In the heart of the Hausa Empire stood Zariya, a city of breathtaking splendor, a beacon of culture, tradition, and strength. Its mighty walls echoed with tales of legendary kings and queens who ruled with wisdom and courage. Among them was Queen Nafisa, a ruler unmatched in grace and intellect. Her people adored her, and her name was spoken with reverence. But even the brightest lights cast shadows, and in Zariya, those shadows were beginning to stir. The pride of Zariya was its most sacred artifact, the golden drummer, an ancient relic said to hold the soul of the empire's first king. The drum was more than a symbol, it was a connection to the ancestors, a guardian of unity and a promise of prosperity. Queen Nafisa cherished it, knowing its power and meaning. By her side was her brother, Prince Danjuma, a fierce and loyal commander of the royal guard. But where Nafisa saw peace as the path to greatness, Danjuma saw power and conquest. His loyalty, though strong, was like the desert sands, shifting and vulnerable to whispers. And those whispers came from none other than Malam Sani, a spiritual advisor cloaked in mystery and menace. Malam Sani was no ordinary advisor. His knowledge of the mystical arts was unrivaled, but his heart burned with ambition. He saw the golden drummer not as a relic to protect, but as a tool to control. He envisioned a unified Hausa Empire under his rule, a vision he would pursue at any cost. One night, as the moon bathed the palace in silver light, Malam Sani approached Danjuma. His words were smooth as silk, his tone dripping with deceit. "Danjuma," he began, "you are the rightful heir to Zariya. The blood of kings flows in your veins, yet your sister sits on the throne denying your destiny. Does that not trouble you?" Danjuma hesitated. "Nafisa is my sister. She is beloved by the people, and she rules justly." "But justice alone does not build empires," Malam Sani countered. "The golden drummer is more than a relic. It is power incarnate. With it, you could restore the Hausa Empire to its former glory. Think of the legacy you could leave." The seed of doubt was planted, and over the following weeks, Malam Sani nurtured it. Danjuma began to see his sister not as a ruler, but as an obstacle. Nafisa, ever perceptive, sensed the growing tension. She confronted Danjuma one evening in the throne room. "Danjuma, my brother," she said, her voice tinged with sadness. "I feel a storm brewing between us. Speak plainly. What troubles your heart?" But Danjuma could not meet her gaze. "I have no quarrel with you, sister," he muttered. Behind the scenes, Malam Sani worked tirelessly. He convinced Danjuma that the upcoming eclipse was the perfect time to seize the throne. According to legend, the eclipse was a moment when the ancestors' power was strongest. Using the golden drummer, Malam Sani planned to summon their spirits and claim divine authority over the entire Hausa Empire. The day of the eclipse arrived, the sky darkened, and an eerie silence fell over Zariya. At the sacred shrine where the golden drummer was kept, Malam Sani prepared for his ritual. Danjuma stood at his side, torn between loyalty to his sister and the promise of power. But Nafisa was not idle. She had gathered her most trusted allies, and together they marched to the shrine. When she arrived, the scene before her was chilling. Malam Sani stood before the golden drummer, his hands raised as an unnatural energy swirled around him. Danjuma stood nearby, his sword drawn, but his face filled with doubt. "Malam Sani!" Nafisa's voice rang out, strong and unwavering. "You dare defile the sacred drum with your greed? This ends now." Malam Sani turned, his eyes glowing with malevolence. "You are too late, Queen Nafisa. The ancestors will grant me the power to rule, and you will be nothing but a memory." As the ritual intensified, the ancestors' spirits began to appear. Their forms were faint but imposing, their voices echoing like thunder. To everyone's shock, they spoke not to Malam Sani, but to Danjuma. "Danjuma," they intoned, "your path is clouded by pride and deceit. Choose wisely, or all will be lost." Danjuma dropped his sword, realization dawning on him. He turned to Nafisa, his voice trembling. "Sister, forgive me. I was blind." Nafisa stepped forward, her presence commanding. "It is not too late, Danjuma. Stand with me and we can protect our people together." But Malam Sani was not finished. Enraged, he unleashed a dark force, threatening to consume everyone present. Nafisa, summoning all her courage, took hold of the golden drummer. With a prayer to the ancestors, she struck the drum. A brilliant light erupted, dispelling Malam Sani's darkness. The spirits of the ancestors surrounded him, their judgment swift and final. As the eclipse ended, the shrine was filled with peace. Nafisa turned to Danjuma. "The throne is not what defines us. It is our love for our people and each other that truly matters." Humbled, Danjuma vowed to serve his sister loyally. Together, they returned to Zariya, stronger and more united than ever. The golden drummer was returned to its sacred place, a reminder of the empire's true strength, unity, wisdom, and the echoes of its proud heritage. Thank you for watching Seen and Heard Stories. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating African folktale stories. See you in the next story.